Hello y'all, welcome to part 5 of my French National State Legionary Order Path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux. In part 4 we campaigned a little bit in the Middle East and got ourselves several puppets such as Egypt and Syria, and besides that we took on the Third International with the Reichspakt led by the German Empire, and we defeated the Third International. We restored the Windsors to power in Britain, and now we have the Grand Master Joseph Darnon in charge of all of France. And at this point in time in our focus tree, we're doing several post-liberation focuses. Well, we're doing part of the tree you can only do after you've beaten the Third International, basically. And let me go to my research slots. I gotta research something here. Get construction 4, good. Free dockyards, too many planes in reserve. Let's deploy some of these. So many fighters. A ridiculous amount of fighters. Okay, get these guys out here. Just get these squadrons established. We're probably going to be fighting the Germans later. Realistically, they have Alsace. We need that. Alsace-Lorraine needs to... We're going to take that back for France. Get these bombers out here now. How many more can we get? Okay, we can get about 10. I think we can get 100 of these in a squadron, or close to it, maybe. Let me see. We get pretty close. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, just a mix of a bunch of French and British bombers for that tactical bomber wing. What else can we do here? A lot of naval bombers, close air support. We've been building those. Terrific. So that's 6 new squadrons for the French Air Force. And let me stop focusing the French Air Force here. I also got to move some parts of the Air Force out of Arabia, since we're no longer campaigning in that area. So move them here to Picardy, move this Air Force move them out of England, stop operating in England, we're done there. And free dockyards, what can we do? We have quite a few, and let me start producing more advanced armored cars, get that started. And free dockyards, what can we make? Submarines, possibly? Or Bretagne class ships, sure. We have the industry for it, doctrines available, air doctrine, unlock ground support integration, also unlock, what can we unlock? Battle fleet concentration. And one thing that happened in part 4, I believe, the Germans got into a war with Japan and the Co-Prosperity Spear due to the fact Burma, who joined the Reichspakt, attacked Siam, or vice versa, and now the Japanese are fighting the Germans in Asia. Also the Bertaya Commune, led by Gandhi, is involved somehow. They're fighting the Reichspakt effectively. And the Germans, I'm not sure what they're going to do. Honestly, they could potentially attack us, possibly. Not really sure. But at this point in time, let's go to Army Group 1. We've got to do a little bit reshuffling of our command and organization of our army here. Motorization priority, go to trucks. Please, trucks. How many trucks? Go to 2 double trucks. I need to manufacture more of those, don't I? Probably. Make as many trucks as possible. We have like 10,000 of them, but we need a big supply of them, I imagine. And now, can we take this army group out of here? I mean, take Army 2 out of Army Group 1. They're a bunch of garrison divisions. They don't really need to be in an army group, I would think. But let me establish a new army group soon by taking some divisions from our puppets. Well, from Colombia, the Greater Colombian Authority, as well as Venice, please. Venezuela has no divisions they can give us. Come on, guys. Central American Republic, they have troops, 7 divisions. Thank you. Get all these guys here. 20 divisions in all. We had a bunch of Colombian soldiers operating in Arabia earlier, but now we're going to use them to watch the flank of our lines. Just have Army 6, led by our new army group. We got to promote someone, don't we? Let me promote. Who can I promote here? Can I promote Charles de Gaulle? I don't know. He's leading our forces, so no. I don't know. Promote this guy, Charles Trenet. Promote him. He's a field marshal now. He's not. I don't know if he's very good, but we have him. And let's bring him up to take his army and take it up to Belgium. Well, Flanders, I mean, who is part of the Reichspakt. We may have to fight them later on. So that's 1 army there. And let's take part of, well, many of the units of the Italian Federation that we already have an army established, made up nearly entirely. I think it's all I think all of Charles de Gaulle's force is Italian troops, but let's get the rest of their military. Give this one tank division to Army 4, then take the other 10, and they are going to watch the Belgian, no, Wallonia border. There we go, get that done, please. That's not right. What am I doing? Fix this. Come on now, just watch the border. We're just watching potential Reichspakt members in the event of a war with Germany, so let's give all of Army Group 1 just a border with the Germans, and so they'll focus entirely on moving into Germany and overwhelming them if a war does come. Meanwhile, let's take all of these divisions from Syria, whatever Syria has, and whatever divisions Egypt has, and take them to, say, I gotta make a new army, don't I? Yes, I do. Make a new army led by Henry Giraud here. Attach this army to Army Group 2. Also put the garrison army with Army Group 2. And let me request all these divisions from Egypt. And what we're going to do with this Syrian division army of France is go and send them to watch over Morocco in the event we find ourselves in a war with them. Because they're in the Reichspakt too. They could possibly threaten our positions in North Africa if we're not careful. So that's everything. I'd say we're well prepared for any possible conflict with the Germans, but we just need time. Just need quite a bit of time. Did we take all these? Oh yeah, we have quite a few. Army 5 has quite a few expeditionary troops too, like Central American and Italian divisions in Army 5. A lot of Army Group 1, we have a lot of troops from our puppets. Someone's a traitor, apparently. We lose political power from that event. I didn't read through all of that, unfortunately. But let's research. What can we research? Research TC. No, that's way too advanced for us, apparently. So research rocket artillery, towed rocket artillery, get it done. And the first army has to move into position when they're ready. Come on, get there. Let me have Army 4. What is this about? Oh, it's a national day for the French national state. Well, the Legionary Order of France, more accurately. So Army 6, have them ready to move into what? Move into Flanders if such a opportunity arrives. Same goes for Army 7, and we've finished some event there. And I wonder, can we complete this focus here? Bind the labor in chains. Let me read that. The spineless Neanderthals known as Okay, so Danon's government does not like Democrats. Anyway, the workers are children and must be treated as such. We gave them far more than they could ever hope to deserve, and look how they paid us back. By plunging France into nearly a decade of syndicalist rule and economic turmoil, well, yeah, that's the consequence of the workers in Darnon's eyes and his government's eyes. But he says, his focus says, we'll not let this happen again. Unions will be banned, and any attempt to form them will be treated as the highest form of treason. The remaining syndicalists will be put on a plane, flown to the Alps, and thrown onto the freezing peaks to die. Strikes outlawed. Collective bargaining banned. Only through work can the worker gain his freedom, and they have a lot to do. And from this focus, we'll get ourselves 4 factories, 2 military factories, and 2 civilian factories. Now let's get this new division here. We'll set up new divisions, put them with Army 3, have them get set up somewhere on the front line with Germany. And I would attack the Germans, but there is a peace treaty. We can't really do anything. Can we justify on them? No, our faction leader has a non-aggression pact with them. Can you guys please cancel the non-aggression pact? Also, the United Kingdom will give us garrison support. I will take that. Thank you. That's 160 some manpower. I appreciate it. We can give you the supplies. AOG has capitulated. That is a German colony in China. Yes, that's a big mess in China. I think Japan's also fighting a few warlords. I could be wrong there. No, they're not. But they are definitely fighting in Asia. Meanwhile, our allies in the Entente faction are trying to push into India. The Raj Authority is there, led by Winston Churchill. They're trying to defeat the Princely Federation. I imagine at some point I want to take on the Bharatiya Commune. And bind the labor in chains is nearly done. Just get it there. Our darkest day, final hours of Europa, some event there. Bind the labor in chains is nearly done. Legation cities join the Entente. That's a new member of our faction. We're just going to keep going through this focus tree, part of the focus tree. Eventually I do have to fight the Germans. That much I will say, but that will take some time to get there. I'm just waiting. It's going to take a while to rebuild. I would go ahead and justify on Germany, actually, if I could, but our ally has not... Our comrade... Well, our ally has a non-aggression pact with them. Can I even lead the faction? Can I take over the faction? They have a... No, they don't have a non-aggression pact with them anymore. Can we not justify on you? Who leads the faction, then? They don't have a non-aggression pact. I don't think they do. What in the world is the deal? Do they? I'm confused. Who leads the Entente, then? Who leads this? Canada does. Oh, the Dominion of Canada. I thought they became part of the United Kingdom. I guess they didn't. They're just still independent. But they have a lot of non-aggression pacts. When does this... I don't know. I can't do anything about that. Bind the labor and chains is done. Now let's complete the focus. Restore past virtues and morals. The syndicalists, as usual, had it plainly backwards in regards to social policy, according to Donnon's government. Under them, women were unchained from their natural position, apparently. They entered the workplace and even the military. How shocking for this type of stance Donnon and his colleagues have. But anyway, let's do this focus, and from doing it, we'll get a national spirit called a moral code for a moral people, and this will grant us higher daily political power gain, higher monthly population, less consumer good factories being used, higher weekly stability, party popularity stability modifier will go up, and the production efficiency growth will go down. This focus will take 35 days, and Donnon is a national populist in terms of his ideology. He is essentially a legion. Well, he has the sub-ideology of legionarism, which is inspired by Romania's Iron Guards. Speaking of Romania, they sort of got eaten by the Danubian Federation, which is rough for them. When does that non-aggression pact expire? I need to know. Please, just get rid of it. I just don't need it. I can justify one of their allies, maybe, that aren't in the faction. I could get away with that. Maybe. I could, perhaps. King Edward's address. Get some more support from that. Thank you. Burma. Can we justify on you? No. They have a non-aggression pact with our faction leader. Of course they do. Of course. And who is in the Reichspakt that isn't in a non-aggression pact? Who's their latest member? Can you please go fight the Austrians or something? I need some opportunity here. The darling of the French right. Something about Chanel and whatever. Just do whatever gives us events here. I mean, civilian factories, 2 civilian factories. And I didn't really read that event. I may regret not doing that, but it gave us some civilian factories. And here's some new infantry divisions. One new infantry division. Send them off to Army 3, and sooner or later I will need a new army for Army Group 1. And let me just set this unit to the highest. Army Group 1's going to have the highest motorization level. I think they could handle that. I believe they could. And can I just justify on you somehow? Who is not guaranteed? Who is not in a non-aggression pact? Anyone at all? Everyone's in a non-aggression pact with Canada. This is ridiculous. Cancel our military access. Get that done. Can I please justify on anyone at all? I can't. Military Police 2 is done. Okay, now let's do the focus. Maintenance Company 2. And let's start. Can we justify on you? No. You? No. Flanders? No. This is hopeless, isn't it? Canada really went all out and just... They went into a non-aggression pact with everyone, didn't they? They really did. This is absurd. Absolutely absurd. And the American Union State was annexed in the American Civil War. That has occurred. Some book here. Book event. Great. And that book event is somewhat important, I guess, or just a flavor event. I'm not entirely sure, but it did give us stability. And I do appreciate that, because stability is always useful. We're not very high in it at the moment. Can I justify Morocco? I'll do that. Please let me justify Morocco. The Republic of South Africa has joined the Reichspakt. This could be our way forward. Yes. Do I do this? Yes. This is my way to get into an early war with the Germans. Hopefully. And by justifying, get this focus here done. and this is some focus about purifying France from Danone's point of view, and it will grant us some. It will replace some national spirit with, well, it will replace beginnings of the long journey with midway through the long journey, which is an event about rebuilding France, I believe. And we're going to try and attack Germany by having them come to the aid of the. Let me get a unit trait here, unit leader trait. Have them come to the aid of the Dutch. Well, I mean not the Dutch, but the Republic of South Africa. And let me get this motorization priority just on normal trucks. I can't get the rest of the trucks. We have so many divisions here on the border. This is going to be a crazy offensive. Insulindia has shown a co-prosperity spear. We are ready for a war with the Reichspakt. I don't know if the Reichspakt is ready for a war with us, but we'll see. I don't want to have to wait forever to go after Alsace-Lorraine. I just want to take Nancy, take Alsace-Lorraine, and whatever else we have cores on. Just drive forward and defeat the Germans one way or another. And they aren't attacking the Austrians. I think they had a war goal on Poland, but they're just not using it for whatever reason. I guess because they don't want to have to fight the Austrians, who I imagine, since they've unified, they have a pretty large military now. Yes, they do. No surprise there. Yeah. And Canada keeps wanting us to join a war. I keep telling them no. Here's some more divisions for Army 3. The Germans are not going to expect a thing if they actually bother to go aid South Africa. I'm really counting on the fact the Germans are going to help them. I mean, I imagine South Africa is going to call for a lot of their allies to come to their aid. They're going to call on them. And then where we come in is that we hope the Germans answer that call for help. And how is the advance going in here in the Princely Federation? The Raj Authority and the Entente is trying. It looks like some units from the Australasian Confederation took Madras. Is that right? Yes, it is. They're fighting a battle. They're holding out pretty well against the Princely Federation, I would say. And doctrines available. Air Doctrine, unlock. Battlefield support, good. Annual IEDC review, invest 100 political power. That's going to be done now. Great IEDC investment. The Algerian bomber. He's a boxer, I think. Get there. What can we get here? Construction engineers. Invest in arms factories. Good. Do we have any more planes we can deploy here for the French Air Force? I hope the Ottoman Empire is going to fight someone now. Muscat. Get some more bombers out in the field. Deploy them for France and hope they'll be able to just defeat whatever. Okay, that's way too many of them. Just deploy more bombers. Deploy them, come on. Deploy, I mean, I have to get 100. I'd like to have 100 per squadron, if possible. This is like 10,000 men. No, not 10,000. This is about 4,000, nearly. There we go. I think it's double the size of like a fighter or a close air support squadron in terms of manpower. Well, 100 tactical bombers versus 100 fighters in terms of manpower being used for them. And let's complete the focus. The fidelity of a devout youth. The youth of today are too into technology and idleness, it says. At the age we were out exploring the woods and learning valuable life skills, these kids are sitting on their butts and watching TV or listening to the radio. To fix this, we will establish l'Organisation Nationale, the National Scouting Organization, or the LNS, and make enrollment mandatory for all youths between the ages of 10 and 19. In the organization, the boys will learn to be outdoorsmen and learn to love the land, and they will grow up to defend. Meanwhile, the women will learn how to cook, clean, and raise the children of the new France. And this focus will give us a national spirit called the Legion of Tomorrow, which honestly seems quite good. Let's research assembly line production, free civilian factories, build more military factories all over France, in preparation for the war to come with the Reichspakt. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen anyway. I believe it will. The Canada still wants us to join the war, or the Raj Authority. I keep telling them no. Unlock advanced fire bases, good. And let's deploy these naval bombers up here in the English Channel. So, because I know for a fact the Germans would most likely try to send their navy out to do stuff. And can we go ahead and deploy these divisions here? These are all garrison units, essentially. Deploy them. And they gotta guard France from any enemy naval invasions. That is the objective for them. Come on, Army 2, there we go. Get some more units from the Italian Federation and take them. I think that the Pope died, now he's been replaced. Oh well, at least there's still a puppet of France, the Legionary Order of France. Get all these divisions, we're ready to fight South Africa. give all these units over to Army 7. Yes, Army 7. Watching Wallonia up here. And let's declare war now. I hope this works. This could backfire horribly. Declare war, call allies. There we go. All of our allies are involved. And the Germans should react from that, I would think. We're into war. There we go. And the third Weltkrieg has started. The Reichspakt is going to be dragged into the conflict. Come on, just call in different powers to help them. Ottoman Empire joined the Sarajevo Accords. That's the Austrian faction. Is anyone going to help them at all? No one? No one at all? Can we declare? Oh, we can justify on them now. Good, so I guess that broke the non-aggression pact. That will take 10 days. It doesn't matter anymore. Advance for all of France. Advance forward, overrun them. They have hardly any divisions here. Begin all the orders to attack everything. For France, advance forward. Take Wallonia, take Flanders. We will take everything the Germans control. Move forward with the entire French army. This is absurd. Take all of our air force, focus on southern Germany, and just hammer home our numbers here. Just shoot down anything that opposes us. And this is just a rapid advance by France. It's a big gamble because the Germans in their faction does have a big... The Germans in their factions do have a big army, but it just, if they don't get them deployed in time, it isn't going to matter. So get these units over here. Great, keep focusing forward. Deploy all these units. Are they all deployed here? I hope they are. Yes, they are. Where's the rest of the Air Force in McCarty? They got to move up here. Please, focus. Go. Aim. Go for the lowlands. Also attack the lowlands. Push forward there. The Germans are not doing so well. They're losing ground. Of course. And let me make this order be more aggressive, please. Be more aggressive. Be more aggressive. Everyone be more aggressive. How's the push into Morocco going? I have no idea. Let me check on them. They are not doing so bad. They're fighting some Ukrainian cavalry in Morocco, though. I guess the Moroccan military is somewhere else at this point in time. So let's move these Syrian expeditionaries and Egyptian troops toward Casablanca. Capture it. And in our focus tree, let's complete the focus. Sway the ancients combatants. Any soldiers of the Reconquest, Civil War, and even Weltkrieg all have one thing in common, an intense patriotism. They, like us, want to see France made great once more. However, more than a few of them still disagree with us. To bring these truest of patriots on our side, we shall begin an outreach program. These men have begun to gather in Legionary halls across France. By sending government spokespeople or sympathetic veterans to the gatherings, we can begin to sway them gradually to our side. And there we go. So let's continue pushing forward here now. What is going on? Flanders? Oh, they're moving some units around, I think. Keep pushing forward. But split them apart. I think they have the help. Oh yeah, the Netherlands is in the faction. That is something I didn't account for. Oh well. Keep pushing forward. Wallonia is going to be forced to capitulate soon, I believe. Germany is struggling to deploy any real defenses in our way. These poor... Yeah, Nancy has fallen completely to the French. Ace pilot promoted. Good. Keep driving forward. Defeat these troops. Patagonian Workers' Front has been defeated. They were forced to capitulate or something. Take more of Germany. Take Munich. Wallonia has capitulated. That was an objective we have completed. And now let's focus all of Army Group 2. Well, the majority of Army Group 2, like 2 armies of it, up here. Their plan is quite simple. All they got to do is move into the Low Countries, Low Countries, Flanders, Wallonia, and the Netherlands with, say, probably about 40 divisions overall. So just move into the Low Countries and win there. They just got to win. Just keep overwhelming these units, push forward into Germany more, take Bavaria. It looks like that will happen. I wonder if the Danubian Federation will act at all. Ace pilot promoted. Good. Move forward more. Go toward Essen. Capture that. They have so many important cities we need to take. The Germans are just so focused on finding the Japanese, though, so who knows what's going to happen. Use last stand or no. Give this guy a trait. Guerrilla fighter. Sure, why not? Give Charles de Gaulle a trait. Or not. Panzer expert. Sure, no. I don't know. Military factories available. We have captured some, I think. Build some more stuff. Build more weapons. Has Morocco fallen yet? I mean, it hasn't. I haven't got a message about it. So research rocket artillery upgrade. I'm not even using any of this. Let me research improved computing machine. Let me check on Morocco. We're trying to push more there. They are holding out better than I thought they would. I thought they had moved all their army away, but I guess not. Let's go ahead and deploy quite a few divisions for army, well, for fighting in Morocco, or no. I say deploy, take 2 divisions and send them to Morocco, and take 3 divisions, send them to Morocco, then take the rest and give them the army, okay, let's give 2 to army 3, who's advancing into Germany, and the rest go to Morocco. So that's that. Continue pushing forward, please. Defeat Wallonia. And we have really, we are just striking at Germany so hard. Order restored in Yemen. Doctrines available. Convoy interdiction. Good. Germany was just not prepared for this. They really weren't. But that was sort of the plan anyway. We couldn't really directly attack them, but it worked out for us in the end. And they're struggling to respond to our attacks. And we have taken most of Bavaria. That is what we planned. We have some stuck German troops on the border. They're going to be destroyed more than likely. And we have reached Kassel. Hessen-Kassel. Munster is also in our reach. And it's just terrible for the Germans. Their defenses, they have no defenses here. So we're just advancing toward Leipzig and Dresden. Slowly but surely. Their defenses here are just so miserable. They are not going to stop us at all. Keep trying to push into the Low Countries, though, with Army Group 2. They aren't having so much success. Get some more guns made for the forces. Get more artillery made. We are using up a lot of trucks, aren't we? Keep pushing forward. Morocco has moved all their units to defensive mode. I think they're all back in Morocco. And keep pushing forward. Germany is not faring too well. Move toward Leipzig. Capture it. Cut off these units. Trap them. We got this. And go ahead and deploy new units when possible. House of Focus Street going. Sway the ancients. Combatants is nearly done. And it says here, oh my goodness, what's this say now? Ace pilot promoted. But anyway, swaying the veterans. While the Legion enjoys a broad power base, there is one constituency that has been reluctant to support us, the veterans. It's an embarrassing state of affairs, as the Legion claims to speak for all patriotic Frenchmen, and who is more patriotic than a soldier? The soldiers have a variety of complaints, not all of them against us, and not all of them within our power to fix. However, some of them we can fix. One of their largest complaints is a reform to the Veterans Healthcare Service and an increase in military pensions, which has been left at a penance ever since the flight into exile. Darnon, having listened and sympathized with their plight, has agreed to both raise pensions and launch an extensive reform to allow soldiers to have easy access to the absolute best health care in France. Not only that, but political officers and politically reliable veterans have been dispatched to any gathering of retired soldiers of any kind. Through these handouts and direct outreach, Darnon is confident that it won't be long before these true patriots realize just how good we are for France. The patriots realize just how good we are for the France they fought so hard for, and to honor the Legion, to honor the vets. And we get some army experience and war support there, I think. In the focus tree, let's now do Exalt the Royal Patriots. And I'm not going to read that because I'm really focused on this war. Keep pushing forward, though. I mean, it says here, just want to glance through this. I don't know, I guess it's talking about, what's this about? I don't know, give me stability. I'm not reading through that at this moment. I don't want to pause every little event. So this is like a partisan thing. Just give them, reward them or something, whatever. Keep pushing into Germany, unlock naval strike torpedo tactics, and let me move all my planes out of southern Germany. I mean the Air Force, the planes we have there. Move to this air base, please. Operate here. Focus on northern Germany now. Whatever's focusing on southern Germany needs to move out of their positions and relocate, because this is over. Move to this air base in Upper Bavaria. Focus there. Good. Move here also. Focus there in eastern Germany, and I gotta redo the front line for Army Group 1, don't I? Yes, I do. So redo this, please. Push onward and defeat the... I gotta delete everything. Terrific. So let me delete this. Army Group 1, I gotta redo the front lines. This is awkward, so let me do this, please. Fix this. Army Group 2, focus on finishing off whatever's left of the enemy divisions in Amsterdam and Flanders. Army Group 1, continue on with your push toward Berlin and Prussia and whatever other cities we need to win this war. So drive on now and begin the attack more. Great. Do we need any more supplies, infrastructure, all that stuff? We're doing fine for the most part, I think. We got to upgrade some stuff here, maybe. Also here and up here. Dutch East Indies has capitulated, and that's bad for the Germans. Well, bad for the Netherlands. Upgrade all of this, please. Maintenance Company 2 has been researched. Keep upgrading stuff as we capture it. And research slot available. Research Field Hospital 2, as well as Engineer Company 3, even though it's a little bit ahead of time. Well, ahead of the time it's usually research, but we're going to go ahead and get it. Let's take a look at the casualties for this war thus far. So let's now go to that little tab. And we have taken 70,000. Meanwhile, the Reichspakt have taken, in this war alone, wait, they're fighting Japan also, so that has to count for something. Let me check how many casualties Germany has taken. They have taken, they've taken 114,000 from us. They've taken 242,000 from the Empire of Japan. They're also fighting Transamere. It's not really going too well for them. Also, who else is on this? Let me go to Flanders, for example. They've taken 26k. That was mostly us. And they're also fighting the Australasian Confederation. Who else? Who else can we see? Burma has definitely played a part in the big casualty numbers here. For the French-German war, I mean Japan, that's a whole nother theater of this conflict. So keep pushing forward. We're basically working with Japan in order to defeat the Germans and sort of destroy their position in the world. Well, how to say this? Usurp their position in the world. I think that's a better way to describe what we're attempting here. So ace pilot promoted. And I wonder if I'm curious if the Austrians will intervene in this conflict at all. I don't think so, since we're not syndicalist or socialist. They'll probably just watch as the Legionary Order of France just pummels the German Empire. I'm thinking that's what's going to happen anyway. Defeat these divisions, please. They're stuck, and there's a bunch of divisions stuck at a port. Germany's just crumbling here. Did they have all their units in Asia or something? Is that what happened? Get this researched, please. We'll put more factories on that gun production. Let's go back to Morocco. It is definitely a little hard there to advance. We have definitely, well, I will say we have for sure at least locked them down in Morocco. They aren't really a threat to French North Africa. We're getting pretty close to Berlin. Go for Berlin, please. Pin these guys down and call in more units if possible. Or no, reach for Berlin. Come on. They're going to move some units in there. They have some Bulgarian troops defending Berlin. Crazy. And keep pushing forward. These guys are trapped in Wilhelmshaven. They're destroyed to fall of Berlin. And the French troops have taken Berlin. That is a bad day for the Reichspakt. So the Reichspakt may shatter now. There's a chance of that happening. Realistically speaking. Ace pilot promoted. Good. Defeat these troops in Wilhelmshaven. There's one unit there. They're really trying. Like, look at this. Look at that. 7 divisions versus 1 with a ton of reserves behind them. This is overkill. Frankly, I didn't expect this war to go so well. I think the reason why it is going so well is, to me, well, this is just a theory, but I think when the German Empire collapsed the Reichspakt, that is a ton of peace conferences. Way too many of them. Way too many of them. Oh, here we go. And I have player-led peace conferences on, so we're going to just grab everything up for ourselves. Annex Wallonia, take all states here. AOG, I'm going to have to pass constantly, aren't I? Yes, I am. I wish I had a shortcut for this. Please, Paradox, add a shortcut for passing in peace conferences. I'm probably like the only person who needs it. And I am going to take all this, though. Dutch East Indies has fallen. Pass. Got to take off AOG now. That's in China. And there'll be a puppet of the Entente. I reckon that's how that's going to work. I'm very curious what will happen, though. So keep passing. We could give them to Japan. I don't know what the options are going to be there. Take all this, though. These cities, great. In turn, done. And the Reichspakt is crumbling down. Are we still at war with South Africa? We are not, or we are. Should we continue to war? Demand the colonies. What's this about? The German government has collapsed and fled to Africa, assuming control over their former oh, they went to German East Asia, didn't they? On the threat of continuing the war, should we end it? Yes, I'm fine with this. We can just win. Please, like, seriously, just no. Demand the colonies. Let's see what they say. I'm very curious what they do. We're very close to winning, though, so we might as well just push onward. And they've capitulated. And this is over, effectively. We're done. We're not fighting anyone in East Asia. We're going to have to send a lot of troops. I mean, in Eastern Europe, what I mean. That's what I meant. So take all this land. In turn, we had the most war score here, regardless of player-led peace conferences or not, because we did most of the fighting. In turn, we took most of the core states anyway. Well, we took all the core states, so pass, pass, pass. Take all states. In turn, done. And this conflict is over. But let me focus all of Army Group 1 here in Low Countries. Besides that, move all of Army Group 2 somewhere else. Army Group 2 in Europe is going to now move down to Africa, where they're going to have to fight South Africa, who is pushing pretty hard right now here. I think that's right. Or something like that. Are they fighting Portugal? They should be fighting Portugal, yeah. We'll push here, though. Move in. Let me focus here. Regroup. I mean, let me change orders up. Army 1's going to go here in Mozambique. No, Angola. Well, it was Angola. And move Army 7 here. Army 6 is going to Angola. Army 7 is going to Mozambique, and they're going to move into the Republic of South Africa, who is the reason we've had this war in the first place. I mean, they were just a way to get at the Germans ultimately, but that's just how that worked out. Fate of Wallonia. Liberated. Or reunite Belgium or something. Liberated, yes. That is done, so they're a puppet of our country now, and they are led by Leon the Grout. So let's finish off the Netherlands, though, who are struggling pretty hard. Alsace and Lorraine ended the war, followed Germany. Alsace and Lorraine, Vive la France, or something like that. And Strasbourg is going to name her Strasbourg. We've taken that city. Germany has lost all of their post-World War I gains, essentially. And I don't know what we're going to do with China at all. Flanders has capitulated. Drive forward. Fate of Indochina. Let us liberate a united Indochina. Or no, let's actually liberate... What can I do here? Make them all puppets or no? Okay, let's just have a united Indochina. And now we have nationalist Indochina. Crazy. So Indo-Chinese Federation. Are we at war with the German East Asia? I don't think we are. I don't believe we are, no. We are not, but they are still fighting Japan, and they're on their own with that. Let's finish off Amsterdam. I mean, the Dutch, though. So move all of our navy into position. And let me puppet Germany. Fate of Germany. Declare a new German Union. And now we have a German puppet. They are a subject of us, led by Heinrich Class, whoever that is. And let me continue using Army Group 1 here to finish off what's left of the Dutch and their troops. Come on now, fix this, please. You guys are messing up the front line. Push toward Amsterdam. The war is nearly over. And let me move some planes around slightly. Move these guys here into the Netherlands. Focus everything on the Netherlands. That's way too many planes in that air base. Where are they at? They're all in Flanders, aren't they? Way too many planes there. Move up here. Focus on Flanders. Where's the biggest air base? Here? Yes, it's here. So focus all of our aircraft on the low countries, lowlands or something. Push onward though, start the offensive, get it started. Win this war, take Amsterdam. Exalt the Royal Patriots is done. Let's now do the focus. Sever, the Travail Abricatory, Treaty of Versailles. Oh, what is this about? Let us have Gunther von Kluge. Oh, we can choose to have a special puppet in Germany, I believe, for the first time. Anyway, the Treaty of Versailles. For the first time since the defeat of Napoleon in 1870, we have humiliated the Germans. The hegemony of the German Empire does not seem to have lasted long, as after their surrender, German representatives and diplomats led by the urgently appointed Chancellor Gunther von Kluge met us today in the forest of Kampon, more precisely in a wagon, already nicknamed the wagon. I guess there's a lot of parallels to the real-life Treaty of Versailles in World War I. But anyway, to discuss the honorable terms of the peace. First agreements were made: heavy war reparations, a consequent reduction of the German army, an abolition of the empire, the abdication of the Hohenzollern dynasty, severe economic limitations, and a total alignment with France in terms of foreign policy are only some of the main humiliations Germany suffered. The German delegate was forced to accept as no other way out seemed to exist. After the preliminary agreement, an official treaty will be signed at the Palace of Mirrors in Versailles, where the German Empire was proclaimed in 1871, where the nature of the future German state will be decided. No doubt that Bismarck is ashamed of his country at this time. And now let's have Alphonse Georges to maintain order in Germany. So we have a collaborator or we have a German protectorate. Let's establish the protectorate. And they have a unique flag, I'm pretty sure. They do, but they're basically led. It's a military junta controlling it's a French military junta over Germany. We're occupying it. It's a protectorate. And let's finish off Amsterdam now. Come on, we got this. I don't know what we're going to do with the Dutch East Indies. Fate of Luxembourg. Release it. Or let's take it for ourselves. Do that. So now we control Luxembourg. Win this war, please. War's over. Annex Flanders. Annex the Netherlands. They may merge Flanders with Wallonia to create Belgium or something. I don't know. So now we're done in Europe. This war's over. Museum of Man. And Morocco is still fighting on, although they are alone, which is unfortunate for them. Let's move all of Army Group 1 down here for overkill and just finish off Morocco. We may just annex all of their territory, I think. The United Front forms in China. I believe that's what that event is about. Can these units get down in Angola any faster, please? Come on, guys. Are we still fighting Bulgaria? What happened there? We technically are, yes. Oh, great, I gotta move all of Army Group 1 to fight there, don't I? I may have to do that. So let me actually take some units from Army Group 1. Take 3 armies. No, take 2 armies. Take Army 3, focus down here on Casablanca. Defeat them. Take Army 1, focus them here in Bulgaria, push there, and try to drive back the enemy. Take Army 4 also, send them to Bulgaria. And that will defeat whatever's left. Whoever's left to fight us. So let me check who we are at war with. Morocco, Cuba, Bulgarian state, and South Africa. Okay then. I don't know what we'll do about some naval invasions are underway. I'll send Army 5 to Cuba. If they can just get there on time, we can help the Canadians push inward and take Havana. At least we have a puppet. We have an ally in Cuba. Well, ally in the Caribbean that can help us out. Fate of Luxembourg. Give it to our French allies. Fate of Belgium. Give Flanders to Wallonia and reunite Belgium. Get that done. So we're just going to reunite Belgium overall. Fate of the Netherlands. Liberate it. Fate of Dutch Guiana. Release a little tsunami or give it to the West Indies Federation. We'll do that. And that is that. So we're finished in our war. Oh, great. We got to defeat a few divisions here. Why is there's so many Bulgarians in... Oh, great. Well, that's awkward. There's some Bulgarian divisions I didn't really account for, didn't I? Oh, well. So let's get some garrison troops deployed rapidly or get an emergency army deployed in northern France to deal with these troops that are just kind of here. Deploy these guys, Marines, like 7 divisions overall. Their mission is quite simple. Just focus on preventing these enemy units in Belgium from ever breaking out. Defeat them, please. Who's leading? Okay, so Wallonia is Belgium, essentially, at this point in time. Doctrines available. Complete this here. Shock and awe. Fate of Luxembourg. We're just going to keep getting that event, aren't I? Let's just liberate it. Fine, liberate it. I can live with that. And now Luxembourg is its own country. And besides that, we are doing a focus that is going to give us a national spirit called Compulsory Work Service. So send those units to go fight those Bulgarians. Get there in time, please. Push when you can. Finish off Morocco. We have so many fronts to fight on still. It's ridiculous. How is the Canadians faring in Cuba? They could be doing better, honestly. You guys are just not doing well at all. We have some Central American divisions and Italian divisions going to Cuba. Now they got to cross the Atlantic, though. And we really had to split the entire French military apart in order to start this offensive. To fight on all these fronts. So push here, How are we doing in Africa? Africa is, we have some reinforcements arriving there. Some units got encircled apparently. Some Belgian, no, not Belgian, but some, let me fix this order. A few Portuguese troops have gotten encircled in Africa. Not ideal, obviously, but what can you do? And let me move my Air Force around just a tiny bit soon. Or no, well, Army Group 1, they still have to arrive. And now, there's so many places we got to worry about. Get down, get over to Cuba, please, hurry up. Can you guys push forward? The war's over. Advance forward. Win the war. Be more aggressive. What are you doing? Be as aggressive as possible. Win the war. We'll give you plane support soon enough. Just wait. So, get some planes here. Where are they at? They're all in Picardy, aren't they? I think they were. Whatever, just take out these Bulgarian troops. We have some support from a few Italian divisions. Take the ports, take Antwerp, and cut them off from any kind of escape. And focus on pushing into Bulgaria. Army Group 1 has, well, part of Army Group 1 has arrived in Bulgaria to aid in the offensive there, and they aim to just overwhelm the Bulgarian forces, who have sort of been made weak after losing the Fourth Balkan War ages ago, I think. So come on now, come on now. Push, take Sofia, take Varna, take Burgas, whatever the name of that city is. Well, the one with the B, Burgas. Push into Morocco, get it done, take Casablanca. You guys got this. We have plenty of troops here. It's easy. Should be easy, I would think. And how is Africa looking? Could be better. Legation Caesar is trying to push forward. We have some units arriving. They're having some issues. United Kingdom declared war on Deutsche Africa. You're on your own with that. Where even is Deutsche Africa at this point? Oh wait, I found them. They're right here. Wait, that's not Middle Africa. They just controlled this. They just had the Suez Canal. That's it. I guess they got it from the German Empire when they collapsed. I have no idea, but that's what they control. It's just Deutsche Middle Africa is nothing more but the Suez Canal now. That is. They have fallen pretty far. They used to control all of Africa basically, and now, well, the majority of Africa. Now they just have the Suez Canal. I mean, it's better than nothing at all. And the Kingdom of Morocco has been defeated. Take all states in turn. Done. And since that is complete, let's send out this army here. Army 2. You're going to head over to, well, to Mozambique. Please assemble here. Let me also take my navy. And what the plan is, at this point, it is to first take every ship we have and merge everything we have at a port in Mozambique and launch naval invasions into South Africa in order to win this war as fast as possible. How's that army going that's making their way toward Cuba? Have they landed yet? No, they have not. It looks like the Canadians have taken some territory. Good for them. National focus needs to be done. Legionnaires at the helm. It says here, Legionnaires at the helm. Well, that's the name of the focus. The politicians had their day leading France. Their bungling kept us bouncing from crisis to crisis, revolution to revolution without end, until finally their mistakes stabbed France's heart with the dagger of tyranny. Well, red tyranny, that's what this says here. Well, we will not repeat those mistakes. This is why Danton has made the truly radical decision to not surround himself with the old career politicians of the old France who haven't worked a day in their lives. Instead, he shall listen and rely on his supporters and political allies, men who knew how the average Frenchman felt, so that Danton could act in their best interest. And how's Army 5? Where are you guys at? They're getting toward the Dominican Republic now. Good. Great. Air Doctrine. Unlock. Strategic Destruction. How we landed in... Okay, we do have this army here. Pushing in Angola. We need these guys in... Where are you guys at? Where are they at now? They're taking such a long way around. That is ridiculous. You gotta get to Mozambique. Hurry up. Hurry up. Get there. Get to Mozambique. I may just have to... I don't know what to do. You guys gotta push harder. You really do. Get there, though. Hurry up. And what do we do with this army here? Army 3. Army 3 actually just set up in Angola. Whatever's left of Portuguese Angola. Because Mozambique is not looking so great right now. The forces of Army 7 are just now making their way there. Hopefully they can start pushing more. And Bulgaria is not doing so well. They have capitulated. Pass, take all states. Or reset. Pass again, take all states. Done. In turn. And that is over. Serbia, how are you still alive? You're fighting... I don't know, they're not going to be alive for much longer. What do we do with all these divisions? Army Group 1, well, I guess we can go help in India or something, I have no idea. We'll fight the Suez Canal, well, I mean, Deutsche Middle Africa maybe. So let's take de Gaulle here, he's going to fight the Suez Canal. That's all I can really think of him doing. So send them here, they're going to invade the Suez Canal. Army 3 is in progress to getting to Mozambique. Army 1 is, I don't know what to do with them. Send them to India, perhaps, to help out there. Finish off the Princely Federation, possibly. They have a pretty rough time. They're going to have a fun time pushing into southern India, though. Can we get these units here, please? They're just now getting in the port. The fall of Havana, it's over for Cuba. They have capitulated. Take all states. Reset, pass. Take all states. Can I give this to the West Indies Federation? I wonder if I can. Pass. Take all states. End turn. Done. And that is complete. Do you want this land? Fate of Bulgaria. We must liberate them. Fate of Cuba. Give it to our West Indian ally. And that's more land for the West Indies Federation. I don't think they have claims on it. Oh, they do have cores on it. Good for them. West Indies Federation is really moving up in the world, aren't they? They got Surame, and now they have Cuba. But let's move let's move Army, what is this? Army 5 somewhere. Put them in Angola. And set up in this naval base. Merge these ships together. I mean this naval force. Can you guys get here any slower? Army 7, get here, please, and push forward into South Africa. South Africa is the only country we're fighting at this point, although we are going to join in and fight Suez Canal soon, once de Gaulle is in position. Also, Army Group 1. Once those orders, well, once we're ready to go, we'll begin. And who is the UK at war with? Is there anyone else we need to be aware of? The South Africa, Deutsche Middle Africa, and the Princely Federation. That is it. Keep pushing into South Africa, please. They have no supplies or something like that. Can we improve your railways, please? I mean, can we do that? I beg of you. I beg of you, Portugal. You're fine, actually. I think you are. Let me fix this here, though. Add a new new railway line. First Bantu Empire declared war on someone. Move in, overwhelm them. Take back Mozambique. Good. So we merge together all these ships, and what can we do with them? I say break them up into 4 forces, split them all up, split them even more, and there we go. So that's 4 forces, well, 4 different little fleets, and they're going to patrol in the Mozambique Channel. One's going to be there, the next one's going to be in, what is it, the Cape of Africa, patrol there. One's going to be in just recovering the whole area up here, so Gulf of Guinea. And the other one will provide naval support. I'm thinking the South African Navy won't really be able to oppose us. I don't even know if they have a navy. Possibly they do. I'm not sure. But now in our focus, research tree, let's research logistics company. Get that done. And keep pushing into South Africa. We got our mission to complete. Legionnaires at the helm. Within the ranks of the Legion, there are those who are like Donnon. These men are full of drive, full of power, and with a grand and unique vision of France. Donnon doesn't want these men's talents to go to waste. To that end, he has formed the Legionary Council, a group of the most talented and politically reliable legionnaires from across the nation. Their job shall be twofold. Firstly, they will act as a sort of advisory body to Donnon should he ever require it. For all of his latent talent, Donnon is perfectly aware that there are areas he is not omnipotent in. Secondly, the Council will appoint and remove legionnaires from positions of power. This will, for one thing, free up a lot of Donnon's time, which had largely been spent routinely flushing the filth from the political pipes since he took power. With the Council taking over these responsibilities, he can move on to bigger and better things. It will also give boilerplate legionnaires something to aspire to. If anyone from any town in France shows enough drive and talent, they can be brought up the ladder by the Council. This will keep a competitive spirit in the Legion and keep it from becoming complacent. There is power in the Legion, and national populism will increase in terms of ideological popularity. And the Bantu Empire is fighting a lot of people. Complete this focus here. And it says this midway through the long journey will be replaced with the magnificence recompense. So we're getting through, well, we're nearly done with the Legionary Order's post-liberation tree, and this video may go on longer than my playthrough parts usually do in Hearts of Iron 4, but I'd say I will allow it in this one instance because it feels like we're so close to just getting everything finished and nicely wrapped up. Where is the Navy here? Where are you guys? Where are they at? One of them are missing. They're in... told you guys to go to Cape of Africa. Where are you guys at? Are you not down there? Is there not some place you're not going? Out of naval range or something? Great, that's not ideal. Keep pushing into South Africa, though. We're now pushing more into Mozambique. Can we take this port down here? We could attempt it. Is that naval force I sent for arrived yet? They have not. Great. Can we take Suez Canal, though? Join the war. You want our help? Canada will join you. Join wars. You're only fighting those 3 places, so join in, begin the war, and call in Egypt for every conflict. We're invading the Suez Canal. Get this over with. Push forward. Defeat the enemy here. There's like, what, 3 divisions of Deutsche Middle Africa in the Suez Canal. Or maybe no, there's slightly more. Oh no, they lost anyway. It doesn't matter. Pass, pass, pass. Take the state. Suez Canal is ours. Terrific. So de Gaulle is done there. How are we doing in India? It's nearly over. Here, I believe, moved de Gaulle's army to India. He'll help out whatever's left of the Princely Federation there. We got to take Trivandrum, that city. And are we just going to own the Suez Canal now? I guess we are. Here's quite a few colonial garrison troops. Send them off with Army 2. Keep pushing towards South Africa. Overwhelm them. You guys got this. Just take all these places. Just expand the front line, please, is all you got to do. And how's the Navy doing? You guys are not doing well at all sometimes. One force is at port. The Princely Federation is done for. And the bad news is that I'm going to just pass and pass and pass and pass and give it to my ally. That's what I'm going to do, the Raj Authority. I'm not going to fight the Bharatiya Commune. I'm not on board with that. I just want to finish off South Africa soon enough. Take all states. Take all states in turn. Done. And we're finished in India. We played our part there. Let's now move Army 1 to move them to Africa. Field Hospital 3 is complete. Good, move them to Mozambique and push onward toward Pretoria, win the war. And are these troops here yet? Quite a few of them aren't. I don't know, we just gotta keep driving forward, that's all we can do. Overwhelm the enemy, make them fall back. And all of Inhuban, well, taking back all the Portuguese territory that was bordering South Africa at this point in time. Fate of Ceylon, we'll liberate it. That is done. And can we just get back to the land? Oh, return Egyptian lands. Take this land. We gave a lot of land to Delhi, I believe. Yes, they took all that land from the Princely Federation except for Ceylon. Take all this Egyptian land. Yes, have it all. And we gave Egypt the Suez Canal. Basically, this focus here is complete. Now let's do Pure at the Maculette. Francis Pure or something. Keep pushing into South Africa. We have overwhelmed their forces completely. Drive forward. Be aggressive. Be as aggressive as possible. Capture Pretoria. Just get there. It is such a big country. Keep overwhelming them. Guys got this. Be more aggressive. Overwhelm them. Come on. Move Army 3. Where's Army 3? They're making their way down to South Africa. Army 4 has nothing to do. Take de Gaulle's forces and put them in Angola. Push down south toward the rest of South Africa. And can we launch any naval invasions just yet? Apparently not. Our units are not in position. Meanwhile, this army here is also not in position, which is unfortunate. They got to go all the way down through Africa. The war may be over by the time they arrive, honestly. So keep pushing here. Use these tanks. Peace conference is complete there. That's crazy. Serbia was annexed by the Austrians. Here's some new divisions for Army 9. And we're not going to use them for anything. Keep pushing, though. Got to take Cape Town at this point. Turn south, please. Focus on Cape Town. The People's Republic of Turkestan declared war on someone. And we have some units in a port. Their plan, our operation for them will be quite simple. Well, actually, no. Let's take these units, though. and launch a naval invasion upon Cape Town and see how it goes, as well as Port Elizabeth, and we'll see what happens shortly once that's all in motion. We'll get that started when possible, please. Whoops, let me fix that. Fix this, and just get these naval invasions on their way. Get this army here, with these units, these militia and infantry, and they'll attack a different port. This port over here. There we go. So we have naval invasion plans ready for quite a few cities in South Africa. Keep advancing here. Have the tanks roll toward Cape Town. Can this naval invasion be launched soon enough? They aren't assigned to the order, apparently. That was a mistake. Whoops. Let me fix this then. You guys, this order, please. These other units, 3 units per order. 3 divisions per order. I think would be a good idea. And take these guys here. They'll go for this port. And these guys here will go for this port. Once I can get them... Okay, where? Where is it at? Right here. Good. And is that it? We should be ready to go soon enough. Yes, in like 23 days. But that shouldn't take too long. We just got to keep capturing cities. Can we cut these guys off? They have no ports near Angola. There's so many provinces here. That's crazy. There's so many provinces in South Africa in this mod. So many. And what is going on now? Justification. Ottoman Empire is going... They're justifying against Hashemite Arabia. Please don't do that. We'll move tons of units in position to protect them. Take all of Army 9. Move them to go protect Hashemite Arabia. Don't risk it, please, Ottomans. Take the Syrian state also. Request forces. Or what? Take Army 8. Move them also into... Move them also here, or no? What can we do? Add them to Army Group 2 and move them into position here and have them try and defend against the Ottomans in case they attack. I don't know if they'll actually do it. I'm just trying to see. I just got to win this war first and hope I can win it before they try to do anything. This invasion order is going to take so long to do. We're going to probably take Cape Town before we can even do anything with it. Oh well. Keep moving here. United Mexican States declared war on the Central American Republic. That is bad. And I think since that development has taken place and we may soon fight the Ottomans, I am actually going to have to end part 5 of my Legionary Order, my French National State Legionary Order path playthrough in the Hearts of Iron 4 mod, Kaiserredux here. If you enjoyed the mod, you can check it out in the video description. The link to it is there. If you enjoyed the video itself, make sure to like and subscribe.